you can take what you want about the design. Again, I'm gonna giggle because I'm a 12-year-old. Good morning, welcome back. So we are in a town called Trinity Column. I'm sure I said that wrong. It is just super quaint and cute. And look at the mountains behind me. How gorgeous is this? And so it's a stunning place and a cute little guest house behind me. So I woke up this morning not knowing what I was gonna do, and I woke up late. It's already 10:30 and getting a little steamy. So I'm still feeling a little bit tired and a little bit jet lagged from that last trip I had to take. And usually for me, day 3 is the one that hits me the hardest, and I get and I need a nap, and you can't take a nap when you're on the bike. So I decided to sleep in a little bit and make it a late start. But I also didn't know where I was going this morning, so I had to kind of figure that out. And I sat on the bed and plotted my route for the next few days. So what we're gonna do today is we are gonna head south to Brno and head down into Czechia. I think the first stop we go is about 2.5 hours, and we're gonna get off, make sure there's no motorways, no toll roads, nothing like that. We're gonna get on some of the small roads and go enjoy this beautiful countryside and go enjoy this beautiful country. So let's get going. Here, cute town with that adorable fountain. And we are gonna head to, and I'm gonna, you know me and city names. I'm done. I'm awful at them. I think it's called Olomouc. Olomouc? Olomouc. I'm gonna go with that. And we're gonna go there as our first stop. Welcome to Czechia. We're back, and I think that is gonna be one of the last times we're in Poland. Poland, you were incredible. I fell in love with you when we first crossed the border, and it's been such an incredible trip through the country. Thank you. It's been awesome. Let's go explore Czechia. Arrived in the town of Olomouc. And I've been saying it wrong again the whole time. I just googled it. So it's called Olomouc. And that was one of the things we came to see. So in this town, there are several things that are just super cool, but I want to show you the town a little bit, because again, you know, you Google these things and you're like, why am I stopping? There's like the one little thing, and then you get here and it's this cool town. It's really cool. right behind me is a column called the Holy Trinity Column, and it was built to celebrate life. So what you can see up top is the Archangel Gabriel, and right below him is the Virgin Mary, and it's ringed with the 12 apostles as well as 18 significant saints. What's fascinating is this column was built to celebrate life, but it basically took the lives of 5 different artisans to build it. So the first designer or sculptor of this, some name, last name with Grender, he died almost immediately after it started. Following his death, another kind of builder, Thronic, he took up the efforts, and he ended up passing away before it was finished as well. The person who was sculpting the top and gilding it, he ended up falling to his death as well. So overall, for this column to celebrate life, it took the lives of 5 of its craftsmen and artisans. So it's a beautiful, beautiful column right in the center. So this is the other thing I wanted to do. This is really why I came to Olomouc, is this astronomical clock. So a couple interesting things about it. So most people know about the clock, the astronomical clock in Prague. It's very famous, very well known, and like when it starts to chime, it's 30 people deep to go. So this has got an interesting story. So the one in Prague chimes, I want to say every hour, and the figurines that go around are angels and saints and are more of a religious nature. So this clock, built about 10 years after the astronomical clock in Prague, had the similar format, right? Angels and saints would kind of dance around. However, during World War II, this clock was heavily shot up. And the only thing that was really left was the mechanism behind it. And so, because this was now a communist country, under the rule of the USSR, they decided to reconstruct it. But they reconstructed it in communist figurines. So now the figurines are laborers and athletes and scientists and those kind of things that dance around. This is now the kind of the communist astrological clock. And so the thinking back at the time was that, you know, religion was not really practiced and accepted in the USSR, and so they thought they would update the astronomical clock to be more current. And now, because of current events, that is basically of a bygone era. So really cool. You can notice the figurines here and here are blacksmiths and musicians and laborers, bakers and those kind of things. And so it's got a very different feeling, a different vibe than the astronomical clock in Prague. Anyway, let's get back on the road and keep moving. I just asked how to say it, and it's Mosaha abyss. Thank you. Matsoka. I have screwed up every word I've tried. So I'm at this abyss. This abyss or this gorge was formed over hundreds of years, and it was basically formed when acidic water runs over kind of like limestone, and it basically erodes the rock away, which then those little crevices turn into rivers, the rivers turn into caves, and big enough caves turn into sinkholes. And that's what this is. This is a giant sinkhole. There is a river running through it, although the river looks rather small right now. And there's a walking path. And you can see down there that there are caves that you can go to as well. So there's a whole set of caves you can go through. I understand crystal clear water that you can go look at and explore, although all the tickets to the caves are sold out today. But the story, so there's always a story. So the name of this is, so the Mosacha, God, I'm gonna screw this up, I can't remember, abyss, and it's known as the stepmother abyss. And so the story goes that a woman was living with her stepson, a widow, was living with her stepson. She remarried and had another son. She did not want there to be competition between the two sons, so she lured her stepson to the edge to go pick berries. And as he got close enough to the edge, she pushed him in to the abyss to eliminate the competition from her son. Now the story goes, he survived. And there are two endings to the story. One ending of the story is that the local towns people brought out pitchforks and torches, and they found her and they threw her into the abyss. The other part of the story is that she was so distraught over what she did that she threw herself into the abyss. But, so this is the stepmother's abyss. So the stepmother's abyss was very cool. And of course, I love the story, and it is spectacularly beautiful. I can definitely see coming here in like hiking boots and shorts or something like that, and go explore the caves. I'm sure they are just absolutely gorgeous. One, I didn't want to go do that because A, the tickets are sold out. And I didn't get tickets early. I actually didn't know how close it would be to the road or how easy was it to get to, or any of that kind of stuff. And when I'm in gear and it is literally 90 degrees out or 30 degrees Celsius, it's toasty. So I tend not to go very far just because it's just, you just start sweating. We are still headed to Brno, and we have one more stop. I think this is another fun one with a fun story. And we're gonna stay in Brno tonight. So let's get to Brno and go see our one last site, and then we'll go find a place to stay. So we are coming into Brno. Man, that is some Soviet style building right there, man. Just rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of the same style building. So Brno is about 380,000 people. So we will go look for our next stop and look for a place to stay. So this is our last stop for the day. So we are in the center square of Brno. Look how cool of like a square this place is. It's really cool. Again, I'm stumbling on cities and places that I would have never known about, and so this trip is really cool. But one of the things that I wanted to stop and see, and that's the reason why I came here, was this behind me. You can take what you want about the design. Again, I'm gonna giggle because I'm a 12-year-old, but it's actually designed to resemble a bullet. And what it is the Brno Astronomical clock. And so I thought it was interesting to do the other astronomical clock in Olomouc, and then come to this one as well. So this is an interesting story, and it'll connect back to our Devil's Bible story. So during the 30-Year War, back in the 1600s, that's when Sweden won the 30-Year War, and Queen Christina took the Devil's Bible to Sweden, and that's how it ended up there. But anyway, side note. So at the end of the 30-Year War, the Swedish generals had laid absolute siege to the city, but the residents of Brno would not surrender. Absolutely not surrender. And it was getting near the end of the war. The Swedish general said if the city had not fallen by noon, he would retreat and recall his troops. So what the military leaders of Brno did is they set the clocks back an hour to 11 o'clock, had it ring across the city, and from there, the Swedish generals thought it was noon and pulled his troops back, and they left, and Brno never fell. So as a commemorative piece, they shaped this astrological clock like a bullet, and it rings at 11 o'clock every day instead of noon. How cool is that? And you can see the top is actually spinning ever so slowly. But that is the story of the Brno astrological clock. Cool story, huh? Anyway, cool square, cool city. And I just don't like cities. I tend to stay out of them. I've run into a couple of cool cities today. So anyway, what an incredible day. So the weather held out. It's fantastic riding weather. It's amazing when you put the mapping apps to avoid tolls and avoid motorways. You get amazing roads, neat little towns, just great riding. And then to go to Olomouc and see the Communist Astronomical Clock, to see kind of the column of life that ended up taking 5 of their artists' lives. Fascinating. I found the Communist clock absolutely fascinating, and the story behind it. And then to get to Brno and see the astronomical clock here, that's offset by an hour to confuse the Swedes back in the 1600s during the 30-Year War. Neat story. Anyway, I'm in the center here of Brno. It's fantastic. Such a vibrant, lively city. So I had dinner, and now it's time to go to the guest house. So anyway, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys later. See ya.